Alright, here we are. We're back on the frets. I have removed some of the polish. I've got my best Larry the Cable Guy wear on because it's getting a little cool out. So I threw a little extra on here. I still maneuver just fine with my Larry Cable Guy wear. This is triple 4 zeros. Very good stuff. Super light like cotton. Steel wool. My planing tools here that I've made. 1200 paper, 2500 paper for wet sanding. Some 280, some 150 for taking some metal down. It's another project here. These don't require that much. They were just a little green and a little crummy from salt and exposure and all the acid and oil and everything else going on to the frets that never gets taken off. Alright, I think I'm ready to steel wool these, and then again I'll douse them with a little bit of alcohol and then buff them. I don't have any jeweler's buffing tools with me. I'm going to get some buffing wheels tomorrow, so I'll have to continue that at a later date. It's hard to break this stuff. There we go. Fibers will get everywhere, so you got to be careful with it. Fold it in, you can. This will wrap around the sides of the fret as well. So we've pasted them, we've sanded them. Most people just have to steel wool their frets on a regular basis. This is the last step for the most part in this process before we clean them and head on to the fingerboard itself. I'm jumping around, but I see spots that I have to get. Some frets were worse than others on this guitar, like most guitars. But you got to get them all. Match and finish this off. As you're polishing, so you feel that thing just getting slipperier and slipperier. There's nothing grabbing this steel wool, because I am using steel wool, not my fingertips, and then nothing will grab the string. Nothing is grabbing this fine stuff. That's going to grab your E string. I've had guitars where the string will stick right in that fret. Usually the 5th fret. But anyway, you don't want to put too much pressure either. Let the steel wool do the trick, because you don't want to wear down your fret fingerboard at all where the tape is. Some spots the tape is not perfect on this job, but do better next try. I am getting the sides as well, because there's some oxidation there, some buildup there. You want all the metal that's exposed by the fret to be perfectly clean, including the sides, which are the hardest part to get. I did this off camera, so to speak, because it's real tough. You can still see a bad spot here. Some of these really glide. Yeah, I think these are medium jumbos. These things really glide. They weren't moving at all when I got it. I mean, they were so rough. thing really helps. This is really the secret to most fret jobs, is the 4-0 steel wool. At any hardware store, you get a giant bag for around $3-4 bucks. It's worth it. You will use it for all kind of polishing projects. Now, if I had my Dremel and a wheel, I'd put the jeweler's polish on this, some red paste, and it would be sealed as well. One more try on a few of these that are dull. They want to all be super shiny like a solder joint. You know, a good soldering joint. Get the fine tip of the steel wool so you don't get too much on the fingerboard itself at the neck. Yeah. The light helps. Shiny white light really helps. I've got white light above and right on it, so you're going to see everything. Final little shots on the side, rubbing down the sides of these frets too. There might be enough years off to really give it a good sound now. Got different rags with different substances on it. This one's more of the paste, this is more of the dry and the alcohol. I want to remove any excess dust again. I can hit it with the vac if I want. The thumb vac, tapping each fret, getting any excess microfibers out of there. Some of this stuff does exist. I can see bigger pieces. You really see them start to shine. Check for any rough spots. It's just the tape there. Give it a good rub now. Make sure there's no fibers left. Sides. Clear off all the pieces we used to level it. This is also a decent leveling tool as long as there's no dents. You can rock with this, you're in trouble. You gotta redo all your frets. Luckily, there's no rocking going on at this point at all. You want to do measurements about 3 at each point. 1, middle, end. I'm pushing away on each end, looking for rocking, seesaw action. Nothing. Visual now. Make sure the fibers are all out. There's no scuff marks anywhere. Yeah, some of these look great. I think these will play. They're not highly polished because I don't have the buffer, but I think it'll play a lot better. Done with the steel wool. I'm going to do one more light coat of propanol. Not a dousing, it's a very light coat, so the tape will come off as well. And that should keep these babies in shape. Touch the tuners while I'm here. Yeah, sides. That will be the fret job for today. I'll dry it, going down with this to remove any excess at all. Dry spot here or a brand new rag. You don't want any black. If it's going to come off black, we didn't do a great job. So far, so good. So far, so good. And again, this is just double checking. Really nice. Not even changing color. Barely turning gray. Still pretty white. Still pretty clean. And the frets feel good. Now, finger test, when I take the tape off, if you feel any roughness in the fret, we can file those down if they're that bad after this. Alright, now, let's take a quick break and we'll unveil the fretboard, fingerboard.